The House comes to questions for oral answer. Question number 1, in the name of David Bennett.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Finance. What reports has he received confirming New Zealand's sovereign credit rating?
Order. The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, late yesterday, following the Prime Minister's announcement, rating agencies Moody's confirmed New Zealand's AAA stable sovereign credit rating, and I think the Prime Minister was slightly disappointed about that. Moody's said that New Zealand's strong institutions support a smooth transition and policy continuity, that the New Zealand Government has effectively pursued a policy of fiscal consolidation and government debt is likely to remain low, and that GDP growth has been strong and broad-based.
Order. Supplementary question, David Bennett.
What reports has he received on the government's accounts showing tax revenues higher than forecast?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, earlier today the government released its financial statements for the 4 months to October, which show that the operating balance is around $0.9 billion better than forecast in Budget 2016 at a deficit of $131 million. Core Crown tax revenue was $670 million higher, largely due to higher corporate tax revenues and GST. However, these numbers do not include the anticipated cost of the Kaikoura earthquake, but indicate that the economy is growing strongly enough that those costs can be met without a significant impact on the government books.
A supplementary question, David Seymour.
When might the people who overpaid that extra tax get it back?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, they won't be overpaying, they'll just be paying what is legally due, although, as I sometimes point out, there's no legal maximum to how much tax you can pay. You're free to pay more if you want to, and it'll be gratefully accepted. But what the numbers do show is the economy is a bit stronger than was expected back in Budget 2016.
Supplementary question, David Seymour.
So when will the government change those laws so it does not tax people by more than it requires for its expenditure?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the nature or timing of such decisions are part of the ongoing discussion between the National Party and the ACT Party. We understand the ACT view very clearly. However, the National Party believes that there are more opportunities to carefully spend more public money. Where we are collecting more than we need, then there is the possibility of reducing taxes.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, David Bennett.
How is debt tracking against forecasts as reported in today's Crown financial statements?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, debt is tracking a little bit better than forecast. We have low government debt by international comparisons. It peaked at about 25 or 26% of GDP and is gradually dropping, and these accounts indicate dropping a bit faster than we expected.
Supplementary question, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
With respect to the Finance Minister's discussions and negotiations with the ACT Party, on what day and what address and which telephone booth did those negotiations take place?
I'll leave it for the Minister if he wants to answer it. The Honourable Bill English.
That's right, Mr Speaker. I've heard for many years the member's reference to the meetings that he does conduct in telephone booths, but these ones are conducted in the Prime Minister's office because ACT is part of the governing coalition of New Zealand, and New Zealand First isn't.
Order. Order. David Seymour, supplementary question.
Is the Minister aware that history has moved on and most people actually have cell phones now?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker.
Order.
Yes.
Supplementary question, David Bennett.
How does lower debt and ongoing discipline in spending support resilience in the New Zealand economy?
The Honourable Bill English. Order.
Well, Mr Speaker, the lessons of the Kaikoura earthquake, I think, demonstrate exactly why reducing government debt maintains our resilience. This is an earthquake that could cost $2 to $3 billion. If the books were in worse shape, that would prevent us making other positive choices we could make to invest in transport and infrastructure. But because the books are in good shape, we should be able to absorb the cost of the earthquake and continue to invest in infrastructure.